Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Crafty with May. I'm May. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you all so very much. So I am so excited about today's video, guys. But before we get started or go into that, I want to ask, if you have not already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and comment. Just note that those comments are only desired and not required. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. However, I do love to do them on a budget, but at times I will splurge. So about today's video, as you guys can see right here, I'm so excited. I am in a collaboration with two of my good friends, the lovely Miss Kay over at Home with Kay and the sweet Charlene at Crafty Art Shack. We are coming together to give you guys a Rin Tin Tin Christmas, also known as a Galvanized Christmas. We're going to be doing all things galvanized, items for tier trays, and anything else that may have a galvanized finish to it. Right here, what you guys see is I had a riser that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. And I had my eye on this riser for some time, guys, but they just were not coming down, or I wasn't catching it on the sale price. So I finally got it at a good deal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little milk tin. I'm not sure if it's a milk tin or not, but I thought it would be something fun to add here in place of your normal circular, or column style piece that you would put there to create the upper part of the tier tray. And I'm just marking it off here. I'm going to glue it down in a minute, and I'm going to do a play more on like the pie tin shape. And I'm just going in with some hot glue here. I did not add any heavy duty adhesive, only because in the event I want to use this in a different way, I want to be able to easily disassemble it. So I'm going to take this smaller pie tin shape that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it. Now I jumped the gun here, guys, as I often do. And I'm going to create a pie with that because I decided to try for the first time. I've seen Miss Kay do this, and other YouTubers or influencers use the the air dry clay. And so I wanted to take my chance at it. And so also in our challenge today, we had to incorporate a candy item. So you will see that as well. So what I'm doing here, I'm jumping ahead. So what I'm doing here is I got this charger from Hobby Lobby as well. I'm taking a piece of the scrapbooking or crafting paper, and it just had all kind of different stuff, very vintage looking. And I just used my little embossing tool there, and I just kind of outlined it so I just know where to roughly cut it. I did not try to keep it perfect because, as you can see right here, I'm just taking some of this water and I'm spritzing it on there. I'm not saturating it, just spritzing it, and then I'm going in with a light grit for my finger sander there, and just to kind of just kind of roughen it up, give it that aged weathered look. And next, as you see here, I'm going in with my lighter, and I'm just kind of burning around certain areas. I'm not burning the whole thing, just in different places, because I just wanted to add more to that vintage rustic farmhouse look. And I really love the way this came out. It dried super fast. Because again, I'm not saturating it, I am just spritzing and scrubbing, so on and so forth. And you guys will see here in a few minutes, I just go in and I finish that off. Once I get it burnt to a position of where I liked, and here I was just kind of rubbing it back and forth. So what I'm doing is not rubbing it, but just kind of waving it back and forth, not too aggressive. It just may look aggressive here, but it wasn't too aggressive. And that's just to get some of like that burnt staining to it. So then I go in with some of my burnt umber just to add that little extra element to it. And that's pretty much what I do here. So I'm gonna let you guys see what I do. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I'm just, like I said, just stressing it, giving it even more of a weathered look. Now this piece is going to sit in the middle of the charger, and it's not really going to be visible, as you can see right here, because this is going to be the base for my tier tray, and I'm not going to adhere it to the riser. That was a lot, and I hope you guys understand. I think I said it clear enough, but I'm just going to go in with some of that Gorilla Glue stick, add that there, and there you have it, guys. So I know you're not going to really see it, but you do see the bits and pieces around the end. But and that was it. So everything will be shown at the final reveal, okay? And so next up, I had this cloth that I picked up from Walmart, I believe. It would have even been Walmart or it would have been Hobby Lobby, but I'm want to say for sure it was that um, Walmart. And I'm just cutting out. So this is going to be my part of my candy element. So I had those little wood blocks from Dollar Tree, and I cut the cloth down long enough to where it would fit around the wood block there. I did cut the peppermint stick one a little bit short, but this is all new for me. I've never really made any food products or anything like this, but Kay did something and it was just beautiful. And I've seen other influencers do it, so I definitely wanted to give it a try, just to challenge myself. And there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. Practice makes perfect, and I never strive to be perfect. I just want to be good. So it was cute, but it was still not, like what I've seen other people do. So I thought this was really fun. And these are just my two candies, and I am going to do another candy piece, and you guys will see in just a minute here. All right, and so this is my second candy piece. So I decided to make like some lollipops, and I'm just taking some 1.5-inch wood rounds that I ordered off of Amazon. Sorry guys, I don't have the pricing and all that other stuff, just because I've had a lot of this stuff forever. So I was trying to go in and create like some peppermint shapes, but it just was not working for me. And so I just, I just freehanded till I got it to a desired look, and I just roll with it. So I ended up doing different little patterns, and you'll see in just a few minutes. And I actually think they came out kind of cute, to be honest, for my first time out really trying to do something like this. And yeah, I just played around with it until I got it to a liking. So next what I did was cut down those straws there. And these are straws I've had from different holidays and things like that I've just collected over the years. And all I'm doing is taking the needle nose plier there and kind of pinching it together just so it'll fit nice and flush with the thinner part of the popsicle, to create the lollipop stick. I didn't do the back just because it won't be seen. And if it is seen, we'll just switch it around. It's not a big deal, okay? So I do that for each one of those. I get them connected. And then what I'm going to do, if you see right there, the little plastic satchels, these are like the ones like you can put like little gemstones in, or like your vitamins and stuff if you want to, separate them out for the week. So I thought it would be pretty easy for me to just cut off the zip part of it that connects together, and then tie it off with some butcher's twine, which is exactly what I did. And I have to say it worked out actually pretty well. So I was not disappointed with this. I think they all came out really, really cute. And I did I couldn't really edit this video like to put everything in order as I did it, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, as I didn't do it, to try to make it all be more cohesive. It just didn't work out for me on this video. So hopefully you guys will be able to follow along, but everything will be going on the tier tray. So you will see it, and it will kind of make sense once I start moving through. So next up, I wanted to do a play on a sleigh ride. So I had this galvanized wagon that I got from Michael's, I think, right after spring. And I got these reindeers. They came in a pack of, I want to say like 6 or 8. And I may have gotten them either from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. I'm not 100% about that either. And I'm just going in with the basic colors of this, it's like a honey brown, and then I'm going to also use my burnt umber here. I'm not really going into the whole, everything. I did give him some little eyes, and I, darken up the hooves and the antlers and things like that. But that was the gist of it. Just because, I'm like, I was pressed for time as always. So I just kind of, did the easiest technique I could think of to do. So you guys will see what I'm going to do here, and I'll come back and share a little bit more with you guys in just a minute. All right, so once I get the reindeer to my liking, I'm going to go in and do a whitewash on my little galvanized wagon here. And I am going to go in with just a little bit of burnt umber just to give it a more of a rustic look. And I definitely should have probably used maybe cinnamon or something here. It probably looked a little bit better, but I was concerned that my stencil that I printed out from my Cricut Joy would not adhere. So I chose to just do some distressing, and I'm going to do that after the fact. I believe I did it. But nonetheless, I just go in with some burnt umber to distress that. And now I'm applying my stencil, which says Reindeer Sleigh Rides. I thought it was super cute. I like the font on it. It does have two little reindeers on the side of them. And I'm just going to go in with your basic colors of paint of red and black. And then I'm going to use the burnt umber. So I think it was like the red lipstick. And then I forget which black it was. But it was all by Folk Art with the exception of the burnt umber. And so you'll see right here, I'm just filling everything in. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove it and reveal it to you guys in just a second. Okay, so what I decided to do here, because I am going to be, the reindeer have two little holes on there from where this sleigh or the rope for the sleigh would go through. And so I'm just taking two of these little mini cubes I got from Dollar Tree, covering them in the burnt umber. And the wagon has this handle where the handle actually fit perfect in with the little holes. So I wanted to make the reindeer look as though they were getting ready to take off. So I needed something there to kind of support that. So that's where these little mini cubes are coming in. So I'm adhering them to that centerpiece of the handle that connects the handle to the wagon. And I hope you guys can see it and it makes sense. So when I go in and once I string the reindeer together, I'm going to adhere them to that just so they'll have something to hold on to aside from the metal. I hope that makes sense. So I just string through some jute twine that I had, and I'm going in with some hot glue and I'm putting them on there. And I had to be really delicate with this because, again, I'm not using any heavy adhesive, and just a little wiggle and everything will pop off with the hot glue. So I'm just threading it through where the holes are, and it's just a hole back by their hind legs, and then right at the front there, you guys will see where I string it through. And so you'll see I add some more hot glue in there to get it secure. I added in actually a lot of hot glue, guys. But this is how it's coming out. So they sit up off their hind legs, and I am going to add, because it still needed some more support, and I probably should have added some to the actual part of the handle that connects to the wagon. But I found a workaround for that, and you guys will see that in just a moment. All right, so once I get that going, I'm taking one of my 1-inch wooden medallions, and I'm taking one of these peppermint, they're not ornaments. And I also have painted some red half beads off camera. I think I painted on camera. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember now because I kind of skipped through this part. But nonetheless, I use that peppermint and the wood round as the base to hold that hold it up, and that actually worked really well. So I was really excited, but you can see the glob of glue on there, and I didn't like that. So I'm taking 2 snowflakes, and they are the felt snowflakes from Dollar Tree, and I just adhered them together, and I really like that. And I added a red bow to the front, and that's it for this one, guys. I really like this. I did add some other little embellishments on the other side, but you won't really see that. So next up, I'm taking these miniature pie tins that I got from Hobby Lobby. One says Peace on Earth, and the other one says Merry Christmas. Now I got these napkins, I think at Dollar Tree, either Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store. And I'm taking my mini press, my Cricut mini press, I love that thing. Like, it has such a powerful punch to it. I had it on the setting level 2. I probably should have went with 1, but you know, it was what it was. Even when I tried to turn it down, it still was really hot. So nonetheless, I'm just removing the bow and all the little embellishments that were attached to the pants. And these, I'm going to be adhering those napkins to some candles. And these are going to be the base for those candles. And the cool part about this is that you can flip them over or you can sit them down in there. And either way, it looks really, really cute. And then once you're done burning your candles, you can actually take them and hover them over the top so you can actually see the wording on them. So I thought this was a really neat piece where you can use it in multiple ways. So all I'm doing here is taking my heat press and I'm just rubbing it back and forth, as you see there, on the napkin. And now these are very cheap napkins, so the wax was coming through really heavy, but and in the end, I still liked it. It was not like horrible looking. I didn't do the back of it, which I probably should have, but I was pressed for time, and then I'm not a big, you know, covering the back person, and nobody's gonna get these, guys. It's for my viewing only. But I did that. It was just so much wax everywhere to where I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna stop right now. It's just too much. It smelled good, but it was just too much. But I thought this was something super cute and easy to add to the tier tray, or at least around the tier tray. So I really, really like that. And it's super cute, something super simple. And I go in and do that for the second one as well. And once I'm done, I think all I did after this, I don't think I showed you guys that. I hope I didn't torture with that. I didn't. Okay. I just went in and added some more of that ribbon. And once I was done, because I do use my little heat press on clothing and things like that, I went in with some alcohol, as you can see there, and I just rubbed it down. And once it's completely cooled off, I will go in with a little soap and water just to make sure I got off all that residue, so I'm not staining or destroying any fabric pieces that I may use this on. Now, this is going to be our lollipop holder right here, guys. So it's a watering can, a little miniature watering can. I got this at Hobby Lobby as well for like $1 or so, I think. And again, I'm just whitewashing it just like I did everything else, or at least the sleigh ride, quote unquote sleigh ride. And I'm going in and I'm just going to add some rub-on stickers from Dollar Tree. One says joy and one says peace, and then I add in the little floral part of it, and that was it for this piece. And then I add in the lollipops, and you guys will see that in just a minute. Sorry for the shaking. I didn't realize my tripod was that close to my table, but sorry, it's not an earthquake. But that's it. And look how cute is that. Look at it, guys. Like, oh my gosh, I thought that was so stinking adorable. Just, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And finished off with some more of that burnt umber. Alright guys, so here we are with the air dry clay. I caught myself being proactive and laying everything out, but it didn't quite work out that way. As you can see, my faux brie cheese there looked like Pac-Man, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint everything. You guys will see that. So I have here the pie crust, the brie cheese, and then I did like cube cheddar cheese and some vanilla wafers and little slices of banana. Alright, so some of this was kind of realistic looking, but like I told you guys earlier, some missed opportunities there, but I, you know, stayed the course and everything kind of worked out in my favor. Of course, it's something I would just have to continue to practice at. But overall I was not disappointed. I think I got the color matches fairly well. I did use some Martha Stewart paint that I found at the Dollar Tree along with my folk art paint to color everything. So, and this is our little banana slices here. And it wasn't, I did a little bit of yellow, even though they're not that yellow in, real life, but, it was all for show. So, yeah, I think it was okay. Alright, so here is our pie crust. So I think overall it did look okay. It could have been a little bit better, but it was okay. In the end, it looked really realistic in a sense. So I'm just going in and I'm just doing the little slices in there that you would normally see like on an apple pie, and that's what this is going to be, an apple pie. So once I get that to my liking, I go in and I paint over it with that honey color brown, and then I do some distressing with the burnt umber on it. And you guys will see what I do right here. First I thought it was a little too yellowish, but once it dried, it darkened up and it looked like it had just come out the oven. So I was really excited about this being my first, run and all. So right here you see I'm using some of that faux snow to look like a sugar on top of the pie. And here I'm using one of these faux apples. I'm just going to slice it in half. I did try to do it like in actual slices, but because it's foam, it just ripped apart. So it just worked better as splitting it in half. And I'm just using my X-Acto knife to cut that down. I do apologize that my table is shaking. I didn't realize my tripod was so close to the table. But literally that's all I do. I put it in the middle like that. So I think it kind of came out cute. And again, you guys will see everything at the final reveal. So here I'm just going back in and touching up on that brie, the faux brie, because the middle of it, I don't know, I couldn't get the right color consistency. But in the end, it kind of worked out. I went in and used some ivory color paint that I got from Walmart on that. Alright, so next we're going to do a faux banana pudding. Now, for my family, that's what we love. We, banana pudding, strawberry pudding, sweet potato pie. So I thought it would be really cute to use one of these pieces from the dinnerware section at Dollar Tree, and I used some of the spackle. I added some water. I actually added too much water to it, so it was really loose. However, once I put everything together, it did firm up. So I'm using the vanilla wafer cookie that I made, and I put the slices of bananas down in there. But what I had to do to make this, keep it from sinking, I had to add in one of the larger Jenga blocks to support it, and it actually held up pretty nice. I thought it was still going to sink down, but it didn't. I did go in with some of that burnt umber, which I probably shouldn't have done because I was going to make it look like chocolate sauce, but it was what it was. But it was no turning back once I did it. And so you guys will see right here, I'm just going around. I tried to just put little specks, like, so it looked like the vanilla bean or whatever, but yeah, it turned into a type of swirl. And that was it. And I just set that to the side and let it dry, and you guys will see it in the final reveal. Alright, so next up I wanted to do a play on some snowballs, and I found this cute saying in Cricut Design Space that says snowballs, I think it says old-fashioned snowballs hand-picked for 5 cents, and I thought that was really cute. And I just want to remind you guys to go and check out Kay's and Charlene's channel. If you haven't done so, if you happen to stop by here first, tell them I said hello. I can't wait to see what they're creating, and I'll be over as soon as we go live. So yeah, So um, okay, so all I did was remove that vinyl over to my transfer, and it's actually 10 cents, not 5 cents. And I'm just going to apply that to the little galvanized pail that I have right there. And I chose to go with all white. Normally I would do black, but I wanted to really play on, you know, the whole white Christmas things. And I'm just going to use some of those faux snowballs from Dollar Tree. Here I did have to cut it down because the hand pick part was too long and it wouldn't fit on there. I didn't measure it out right. I should have went with like 3.5 instead of 4.5. But I'm just going to do some more of that whitewashing. I'm also going to do a little distressing with the burnt umber here, and then we're just going to add the snowballs, and that's it for this project, guys. Here you see I'm just going in with some embellishments. I wanted to do a 3D effect on the snowflakes that were that I pulled out from the Cricut Design Space, and then I'm taking these beautiful stickers I found at Hobby Lobby and just adding them to that galvanized pail as well. Alright, next up, I was so happy to finally find these. I have been looking for these for like a couple of years. So these are the wooden unfinished skates, ice skates from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this galvanized frame I found at Dollar Tree as well. So right here, I'm just taking the bows that I took off of those miniature pie tins earlier, and I'm adding them to the skates. I just felt like it needed something. I did go in with some of that furry yarn or that plush yarn and put that around the ankle part of the roller skate. Not roller skate, ice skates. And then I had another stencil, not a stencil, but a cutout that I did from Cricut Joy, which says Winter Wonderland ice skating. So I thought that was really pretty here, and I just removed the backing from the picture frame so it'll be clear so you can see through. And I'm going to add in some of the mesh in the back of that, the white mesh that looks like it has snowflakes to it. I'm going to add that in, and on the front I'm just going in with some stickers and cutouts that I got from Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and just to fill in those empty spaces. And I really like the way this came out. Super cute. I can't wait for you guys to see it in the final reveal. I did add some lights behind it, which, you know, you can move. I did not actually adhere them to the frame, just set them in back just so it would have a nice background. And next up, we're going to do this little wooden cube. I wanted to add a present to my tier tray, and this was so simple. I painted it in this apple green color, and I took one of these bows off of a gift card holder box I got from Dollar Tree. All of this came from Dollar Tree. Added that bow there, and then I just went in with some Merry Christmas ribbon that I used on the candles, that same ribbon. Added that in here, and that was it, guys. Wanted one more piece, so I did paint this ornament shape that I got from Michael's, and I did it in red and white, as you can see, just to tie into the whole peppermint candy cane theme. And I'm going to add in some stickers on here, just different ones, just to kind of give it a little bit of pop, just again, so I'll have something to add to my tiered tray. And that was really all for this one. Like, it was not anything special. Again, it's just more stickers, and like I said, I just used the same red and white paint I've been using throughout all the items. And I just want to give you guys a full disclosure, we are traveling right now. So I'm actually recording this in my sister's car, so you guys may hear some different noises in the background, but it's just my nephews and great nephews in the background there. So this was the only time I had the opportunity to record, so I just want to, you know, let you guys know in case you hear the little strange sounds in the back. But that's it for everything. So I thought that came out so beautiful. And now we're going to just go ahead and add in that tool to the back of this frame, and that's it. And I'm going to just come back when it's ready for the final reveal, which is actually coming up right now, I believe. All right, and here is everything, guys. Thank you so much for taking this ride with me. If you're still here, I appreciate it so much. Again, if you haven't done so, please go over to Kay's and Charlene's channel and tell them I sent you, and tell them I said hello. I can't wait to see what they're doing, and thank you for collaborating with me today. And please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. As I always say, please leave a comment. I love to talk with you guys. And here's the sleigh. I didn't do this part on camera. I just went in and added some ornaments, and I think this was absolutely beautiful. I also got that hot cocoa cup from Dollar Tree, left it as is, and this was just everything, guys. So until the next time, be safe, be kind, and happy crafting the days away. Bye.